All right, it is, what do we got, the last Saturday of March 26th. John, looks like you're working on a Star Trek.
Yep, these are in my studio at home, sitting forever, and they were there for about four to 5 years, and they were kind of used for home service calls. When I needed a part, I would grab, a bracket, a board, coil, switch, things like that, and they just kind of sat in a vegetative state for several years. So very good games. They're one of my favorite. They're actually a couple of my favorite games, and people in the community like them too. So I'm just in the point of kind of finding all the missing parts and getting them back together and finishing them up and so forth. So I got LED kits for them and color DMDs eventually and things like that. So they're kind of coming along good. So we got those in here this week. So.
That Indiana Jones looks like it's been through a rainstorm.
Yeah, that one, there's Nancy, how are you? The Indiana Jones, a funny story, I got that back in about 96 or so and operated it for a while. Then I sold it out of my Como store probably about 98, 99, and I remember delivering it. It was a Christmas delivery, and they're kind of affluent family, and I remember the kids coming running up to the machine and saying, if Indiana Jones, that's an old game, if we should be getting a new pinball machine. So, and it's like, whatever, it's one of the best games ever made, but I remember that delivery, but it was a few years after that I ended up buying it back, and the story with this cabinet at this bottom here was replaced, I think, in the late 90s, because was going from the Elk River movie theater in a rainstorm in the black truck, and it just got saturated unexpectedly, and the bottom fell out of it. So this bottom was replaced, I think, back in the early 2000s after it came back in again.
So that'll look great next to Star Trek. We've got all the gun handle games right here. We want to have, our thought process was to have games with gun handles with proper clearance so people don't like turn a corner real quick and bump into the gun handle, and next thing you know, they're getting bruises on their legs. So
yeah,
hopefully that'll be a good position for them in the building. I know Stars, this has been in my office for a couple years. My mom, who just walked in a few minutes ago, we repainted this one, I think either 2 summers ago or 3 summers ago. We'll put this on the end here, so it'll be a little nice presentation when you walk in the building. And I think the token game lineup is now complete. We have everything we want for token play, and I think the token changer will be hung up there. That's coming later today in the mail. And may rotate some games in and out of this lineup, but this will be kind of the bonus lineup of
these games. I think there's 3, 6, 8, maybe a couple more. They'll be scattered. They'll be token play, and they'll have kind of a significance where the income from the token play, if like 54%, when my sister passed when she was 54, that'll go to worthwhile community causes, cancer research, and things like that. And the other percentage will just go to upkeep of the machines and the facility and things like that. So we're just going to have these, and like I said, Eric mentioned that they'll occasionally will rotate one for the other, and they'll be reasonably priced. They'll be, I think, everything except Ghostbusters. Is it Ghostbusters?
I think it's Ghostbusters, and Elvira will be 2 tokens, and tokens will be 50 cents a piece. And Stars, I don't know what I want to do with that, because I know it's an older game, and the game times can be kind of fast. So I want people to have a good value for, the extra money that it'll be to play those machines. But I know you're working on Star Trek. I've been slowly picking away here on Doctor Who. Adam's Family need to change out a few more LEDs. That one's been playing really well. Let's go into the break room real quick. I think, Steve, we have a general handyman who's been helping us out with some just oddball projects. We've got our countertop put in the break room here. I know he was working on that last week. I haven't seen it until today. So that looks nice. People can set their drinks there if we're running tournaments. People can set their laptops or whatever they want to do right there. We still have to work more on these cases, getting that set up. I'm trying to figure out some better lighting in here. I've been experimenting with lighting because I want to have, this is kind of a break area. I want it to be well lit, but I don't want it to be just all these fluorescent lights. So I picked up some, I don't think that's canvas. I think it's nylon or something like that. Canvas wouldn't show through, but some nylon off of Amazon that was like $5, so throw that up there just to darken it down a little bit. We'll have maybe a microwave set up there on display, but otherwise, what else has been going on here the last few weeks? I can't think of anything else for now. But
No, just
we
kind
got
of picking away at
videos.
the
We've got the
various
videos
games.
on the other side. We've got, when these games were brought in, what else did we have? We had the videos. We kind of finally got that lineup finished back here. I think you're still working on some odds and ends, putting them together. I think, Operation Wolf, John's got a new overlay for by the gun. I think the Galaga, that's a 48-1 or something like that, isn't it?
Right now, that's just a Galaga mispack combo, but I'll probably put the multi-cade board in it, just to give it more of a variety of games there. But Centipede, I got a new control panel overlay and rebuilt the monitor. We have, I got the boards ready for Playboy, or actually Playboy is going to be done, and some of the other things. So
That's right. We haven't. I don't think I've shown that since it came down here with the new playfield. We've got a few boards on top of it. That's fine.
yeah, that's just easier. This glass is scratched up, and it'll be replaced. Playfield glass, so it's kind of a workbench for now, like a lot of
fine,
areas.
yeah.
But that's got a new playfield in it. That was finished, and I just got to put the boards in and repin some of the connectors. That's something that's kind of a given with these older games as they get, some of them are getting close to 50 years old, and a lot of people don't realize that to kind of get them reliable and to play right, you have to repin the majority of all the connectors in the back, because they get compromised from the environment over the years and brittle and corroded and so forth. So they'll play a lot better and once they do that. So
I think you brought me another. You said you brought me another playfield to hang up on the wall. Maybe we'll put that.
got a firepower here that can be hung up.
There's the original. There goes the recycling up front. So,
So there's Playboy is up there now and firepower. I think there'll be a Dracula playfield. And Tanner Walters, who's really a good guy, up and coming in the Twin Cities pinball community. Came out with a lot of different mods in the last 3 years for different games, and one of his mods is that you can make these playfields have the lights twinkle and light up, the insert lights. So I'll probably pick up one of those, one or two of those, and just see how it looks. People seem to be really happy with it, so it'll be kind of neat to have these playfields in back kind of light up and blink and whatnot. So
possible we might be putting a door in here. I know we were talking about expansion, and nothing's set in stone yet. It's still in the talks, but it's possible the door in the back will be located right here in the future too. So
correct. Yeah,
might have to bump some of those playfields over there. So
yeah. So
what else are we missing? March is kind of a crazy month for the both of us. So
sure.
I can't really think of much else to talk about. I think according to plan, we still want to start doing some events in April, and it looks like it'll be promising. I've spent some time on the website a little bit getting things polished off. We still have to overlay or inlay, or however you want to pronounce it, get the calendar set up so the public and things like that can start signing up. But until then, we'll probably make some other announcements here pretty soon about doing some events here so people can sign up for that.
Sure. Yep. That's the plan. So.
All right. I think that's all we got. I'll probably check in a couple of weeks. Maybe we'll sit back in the office and share some more stories and things like that. But until then, we'll see you in April.
All right. See ya.